Well, hello there again, brothers and sisters of WoT Blitz universe. You're watching WoT Blitz Addict. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna talk about Pershing, the tier 8 American medium, which doesn't have much love in this game. And to be honest, I'm not surprised if you don't like this tank, because it's nothing really special. And by the way, I'm still on my 500 subs quest, so if you want to help me out, please considering subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And let's go with the rest of the review. So I'm using multi-purpose restoration pack, repair kits and adrenaline. I'm also using case of cola, protective kits and improved fuel. For ammo loadout, 45 AP rounds, 15 APCR and 10 of HE. Of course, the pen isn't great on this tank. I'm using gun rammer, but if you want to boost your pen, you can use calibrated shells. But I'm going for the DPM and flanking more than just penetration, simply because this tank doesn't have a lot. As you can see, I'm using my standard equipment. Basically, you can use refined gun if you prefer better accuracy. Maybe this would be a good idea, to be honest. Also, defense system, improved assembly, I would go for the toolbox for sure. Improved optics and engine accelerator, and the rest, if you're using adrenaline, hand consumables. If you don't, consumable delivery system. Let's look at the armor profile, and what a glorious armor profile. Look at this, you don't have pen, you have only those 10 degrees of gun depression and quite strong gun mantlet. I mean, it's big, that's all. But when you use calibrated and APCR, just look at this, you're basically a butter and everyone can chew through you. So the best thing to do while playing this tank is just to use your mobility, go hold down on some ridges, on some hills, and just try to bait those shots on this gun mantlet, but don't count on basically don't count on bouncing shells in this tank, because it's similar to T20. If you haven't seen my T20 review, it's here in this section, in this playlist, so check it out. And basically you play this tank very similar, but the difference is that was tier 7, this is tier 8, and it's underpowered in my opinion. So you will see two games, both are my games, and I will tell you how to play this tank effectively, at least how I did play this tank. You already have an ace from me in this tank, and it's in the Mastery Series playlist, so if you want to check it, just go ahead. And yeah, so I'm using this tank on the ridges, like I told you, and the best way to use it, you can spot, of course, you can spot for your team, but you should not be pushing, or at least if you need to push, then push on your on the Russian tank that can't really pen you. Of course, this Object 704 was such a lucky bounce, but I kind of knew I would bounce the mode 1, because the mode 1 doesn't have great pen, and as you can see, the gun isn't great. I mean, there's not much going on for this tank. It has no armor, the mobility is I would say average, it has only 10 degrees of gun depression. I mean, it's okay, it's a good gun depression, but that's only thing that this tank has. You don't have a spectacular gun because you don't have much of a penetration, you don't have great mobility like you had in T20. T20 was a faster tank than this, and that kind of made up, and you can see that pen is really bad. So if you want to go for the gun rammer, then go for the calibrated shells, then go for the calibrated shells, because this can help you out. Of course, it doesn't help me out much, but yeah, like I told you, I'm trying to flank as much as possible, because this using your mobility is the best way to be effective in this tank. You can see the pen is really bad, and you will use a lot of APCRs, and if you don't want to use your APCRs, then I would advise you to simply go for the calibrated shells. because other than that you won't be able to do much. Just it's a hit and run tank. You can reset your camo, go around the map, poke another ridge, and just be a pest like I'm here. I just draw their attention so my team can push up, and now I'm just sitting at the back and being a scrap and basically just farming the damage while my team is fighting. But it's a trait. It's a trait, you know. Like I took their attention so my team can push, and now they are taking hits for me because I don't have armor. And yeah, that's how you should play the tank. Unfortunately, I can't show you the full screen because I had a phone call, so yeah, that's my private stuff. But yeah, it was a second class, pretty decent damage, and it's not really hard to ace this tank because well, like I told you, there's not much going for it. It's very underpowered, and I really think that Wargaming should take a look at this tank and its statistics, and well, you have all those new lines where you have all those new suites like the Emil on tier 8, where you have even Leo has better armor profile on tier 7. Or it's really bad. Believe me, it's really. I mean, it's not a bad tank if you know the mechanics, if you know the tactics, if you just being sneaky, hiding, shooting, and flanking, then it works. But it's not like it's not even competing with its counterparts. I mean, the tech trees. I'm not even talking about premium tanks. I'm talking about tech tree tanks. I think it's the worst tier 4 tier 8 medium tank. I mean, it has nothing. They buffed Panther 2, they buffed other tanks, but they simply forgot about the Pershing. And I think there are some reviews on the Pershing, but they are quite old. Before we had all those new premium tanks, which are kind of, I wouldn't say they're overpowered, but they keep getting more and more penetration values. They're getting more and more accuracy, mobility, armor profiles, and suddenly you end up with a tank that has no armor, that has quite bad gun, that has no penetration, that doesn't have great mobility, and yeah, and you end up in a tank where you need to be performing well just by your skill, not by means of you can bounce some, at least you can get some accurate shots, you can just zoom across the map and deal damage. It's not that kind of tank. And here you will see the first class I made, and that was I think, except for my mastery, that was my best game in this tank. And when it works, it can work, but when it doesn't work, you'll get evaporated really fast, and that's the main problem. So if you need to if you want to grind this line and you need to get across this tank, just use it as a fragile light tank like SP1C. At least SP1C has the mobility, and this thing not so much. But yeah, you need to simply think about what you're doing and being sneaky, simply being sneaky. If you want some more details of how to be a sneaky grub, then check my T20 review. It's similar and the playstyle is similar, and yeah, that's how you should use it. And you can see I had some lucky bounces, and those lucky bounces basically saved me and enabled me to carry this game and win it. Of course, the team was also doing a great job, and I don't want to say that I carried this game, but I tried as my best simply to carry in this tank, because this tank isn't a carry tank. It's a really bad tank, to be honest, and it can't really do much. if you don't have HP. Basically your armor is your HP, and that's all you can get, and that's all you will have. And you need to remember it, so try, boys and girls, try to save your hit points till the end of the battle so you can go and win, simply. And that's basically all for this episode, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hope you will not struggle with the Pershing. I wish you luck with grinding. If you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you want to join my Discord, the link is in the description below. Take care, bye bye, and catch you all on the battlefield.